So here's a brief explanation of how our teacher evaluation system would work. It starts off first with a Google Doc or a Google form, and within here we've set up sections for the different areas, starting off with the teacher's name and email and grade level of students. And this form is just set up just as a basic questionnaire using the evaluation areas that we chose to use. Now the second part of the setup involves a template, and this will serve as the final output or the form that is sent to the teachers. You will notice these things here. These are called placeholders, and that's going to help us automate this process once we kind of get everything set up. The other final piece is a Google Sheet. Now this is automatically created using Google Forms. If you come into the form here, and if I click on the responses, you'll notice this little sheets here, and it says view responses in sheets. By clicking on this, what it will do is automatically create this. Now the final piece of kind of this puzzle is an add-on called Autocrat, and if we launch this, what Autocrat does is it is a automated mail merge. Very similar if you've worked in Windows, creating labels or things like that. And through this process and creating this merge, what it will do is we take the survey, and as the evaluator, we would fill this out. In the end, when we get to it, we would then submit this form. And once we submit this form, it will then show up on our Google Sheet. Because this is automatically set up, what this will do then is take the information from this Google Sheet and it will populate it into our evaluation document here, and it will automatically email the teacher because within our sheets we have placed the teacher's email address. Now what this will do is two things for us. One, it'll send a PDF file to the teacher, PDF because we don't want it to be changed, but it'll also create a folder for us with all of these documents. So if I wanted to pull up this evaluation form, this is what the final would look like. So it starts here, and you can see the placeholders, and then based on the information we fill out, it will then automatically fill in the form, and then also, like I said, send this to the teacher. The really neat thing about this is that it is ongoing, so that when a new evaluation is completed, it will email that single teacher, and it happens automatically. It takes about 30 seconds once you hit the submit button to process everything, and then the form will end up in the email. And the other neat thing about this is because Google has changed the format of Google Forms, the responses tab will also create kind of an overview of all the data that's been collected. And this is just a good way to get a snapshot of what your school looks like as opposed to each individual teacher, and the areas that we are stronger in, the areas we may be weak in and that need improvement. And this data, as you can see here, which is nice, is all it's anonymous. So I know that can be a very sensitive thing with evaluations, and using something like this, as long as teacher names aren't included in here, is completely anonymous. So it gives us a good idea of what we're looking at as a school.